watching LYNXX 24, connecting you, us, and the community.
Yay!
Welcome to your hometown news. I'm Joe Minney.
And I'm Cody Przybylski, broadcasting live on LYNXX 24 and around the world on YouTube.
Well, Cody, first time on the behind the desk. We had you here last week for hunting. It's good to have you here. So tell us a little about yourself and tell our viewers.
Yeah, I love the outdoors, hunting and fishing, and I work at the Tomah Hospital, soon to be Tomah Health, and I always appreciate coming back and broadcasting for you guys. So,
yeah. Well, it's great having you as a nice little backup. It's,
yeah, thank you guys.
You can't just see April and Nick the whole time,
yeah,
right?
Bummer, yeah.
Anyways, this week's Connect 24 is brought to you by Timberwood Bank, Hardware Hank in New Lisbon, and Oakdale Credit Union. Coming up in the program, we have some cast members for the new ACT play Barefoot in the Park.
And I'll be having a conversation with a few representatives of Mauston's Women's Night Out, an event coming up on October 3rd at the Mauston High School.
So it's a jam-packed show tonight. We're going to have a couple of interviews, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Good show.
Yeah.
Very good.
Tomah Health opened its new $67 million health campus on Friday last week. After the speeches and ribbon cutting, a flood of residents flowed through the facility, checking out the new amenities our community will benefit from. The hospital will officially open to patients on October 2nd. Before the big move, there will be a goodbye event for former and current employees to say goodbye to the old facility, taking place September 25th from 4 to 7 p.m. in Classroom C on the lower level.
So you've probably been a big part of this transition then.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility. The one thing that I do miss is the lake, but I've actually been lucky enough to be over there for 3 weeks before the hospital is actually opening up on October 2nd at 6 a.m. So it's a great state-of-the-art facility, and I can't wait to see the patients and clients roll through. So
does it have that new hospital smell?
Oh, it smells really good. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's brand new. So.
Well, the big weekend is just about here, a fall harvest festival like no other, the 47th annual Warren's Cranberry Festival. This 3-day festival is the largest cranberry festival in the world, with more than 1,300 vendors that completely transform this small village of Warren's, Wisconsin. Over 120,000 people will celebrate the fest this year.
Joe, and I believe that you are a transplant from Warren, so.
Yeah, my wife is from Warren, so we met in the Air Force and then we ended up here. But my first couple of visits here to Wisconsin was during CranFest. So I never knew my way around Warren's for several years because Warren's is just covered in booths. It's from all the streets are filled with booths, so I didn't know which street was which, where I was. I got turned around all the time. So it wasn't until I actually moved here I was like, oh, this is where everything is. So Warren's is it's completely transforms for 3 days, and then on Monday you wouldn't even know it.
Wow.
It's really weird.
Yeah. So. The same weekend, a half hour before sunrise, the 2019 duck hunting season will begin. The season runs September 28th through December 3rd. There are 3 zones, a northern and southern zone split along the Highway 10 and 41 running east to west across the state and the Mississippi zone as seen on the map. The Wisconsin DNR would like to educate hunters on a program to help preserve our Wisconsin waterways as well as keep the wildlife healthy. You might have heard of the program Clean Boats, Clean Waters. The program keeps invasive species from destroying water habitat. Mud, for example, can hide seeds, the bulbils of starry stonewort, and the eggs or larvae of tiny invaders, such as spiny water fleas. A particular concern to hunters is the facet snail. These snails carry intestinal flukes that can kill ducks if they eat them. So, if you're using a boat to hunt, remember to clean them before and after.
So we know from last week that you hunt deer, but you're a duck hunter too?
Oh yeah, I have 2 beautiful black labs that love to bird hunt. So duck hunt, turkey, pheasant, grouse, I'm all about it. So
CranFest weekend, you're like, no.
No, I'll be in the woods, yeah.
Well, be prepared, not scared is the motto of Ready Kids, an online resource for families to educate and prepare children for a possible emergency. Whether you're a teen, parent, or work with youth, Ready Kids has tools and information to help before, during, and after disasters. They even have these great games that the whole family can play. Go to ready.gov/kids and check out the amazing resources and play a few games to see if you're up to the challenge when the next disaster strikes. And so one of these games is it's like a graphic novel, like a comic book.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like a choose your adventure. But the thing is that they give you this conflict or this dilemma, and you have to solve it. But you have to solve it, otherwise you can't progress on to the next level. And there's like 7 levels, so it's a pretty fun game. So
yeah, I played it on my lunch break, and I didn't get past level 1 yet, so I'll work on that tomorrow.
Well. Sorry. Up next, we're going to be interviewing folks from the Tomah ACT Theater, and we're going to talk about the upcoming play, Barefoot in the Park. It's a Neil Simon play, and when we come back, we'll be here with that.
It's time. You finally did it. You've made your choice, and it's perfect. Great choice. This is a good idea. Good luck. You're going to be great. The Community Bank. You can call us by name. Timberwood Bank.
Hi there.
Good morning. Do you have one of those shower extenders?
Sure do, right here. Hi, can I help you?
Do you have something that kills weeds and not the grass?
We sure do. Roundup. Hey there.
Can you mix paint in this color?
Sure can. We can mix any color.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank Hardware Hank.
Details. Do your guests see the details? The picture boxes, a gallery wall, showcase fabric pillows, unique candle holders, and scented wax warmers. The details you love, the details that bring the room together. Find your details at the Little Cottage Home Decor and more in New Lisbon.
Run. How many of these things are there?
1, 2.
17 and counting. Long live the king.
You know who it is. You know who it is. Good thing he's on our side. You know who it is.
Godzilla, king of the monsters.
You're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you to the community.
Well, Neil Simon's Barefoot in the Park is a romantic comedy focusing on a pair of newlyweds, Corey and Paul, as they begin married life in a tiny 5th-floor walk-up apartment in a Manhattan brownstone. Paul is a straight-laced attorney, and Corey has a far more spontaneous free spirit. As the young couple contend with a lack of heat, a skylight that leaks snow, and several long flights of stairs, oddball neighbor Victor Velasco and Corey's well-meaning mother, they must also reconcile their own personal differences in how they approach life's challenges. Adjusting to married life isn't so easy after all, and want to welcome, we have Jerry Fucianis.
That's
is that right?
Yep, Fucianis, yep.
And Joe Davis.
Yep.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Jerry, tell us a little bit about the show. How's it been going so far?
Oh, it's been going great. I think this particular cast is getting along wonderfully with it. We open in just under 2 weeks now, October 3rd. And that's a dinner show evening, so if you want to have a nice dinner and then see the show, that's October 3rd. And
so there'll be dinner at the theater?
yeah, Yeah,
Oh,
I believe so.
that's a different
So
thing.
it's $20 for the show, $45 if you want dinner.
Oh, cool. That's a good startup.
I think so, yeah.
Or you can go eat at Murray's on Main and then go across the street and watch the play.
Yeah, any other day other than the first day.
First day.
Because that first
Other
day,
than
then
the
when it goes
first
to
day,
the
because
theater.
that's an experience. That's
Right.
all-
So October 3rd is the Thursday night, right?
That's correct. Yeah, that's
Okay.
opening
And
night.
that's a 7 p.m. show?
It is.
Okay. And then it's usually Friday night?
But the first Friday, we're dark on the 4th, and we have 2 shows on the Saturday. So we're trying something new. We'll have a 1 in the afternoon matinee and a 7 p.m. show on the 5th, and then a 1 o'clock on the 6th.
Okay.
Then the following weekend, the traditional
Thursday,
7,
Friday,
7, 7, yeah. Then Sunday.
Sunday matinee.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm sure it'll go well enough. We'll just extend. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah, there
there's
you go.
that.
Yeah. We can only hope. So, Joe, what role are you playing in the play?
Oh, I'm the telephone man.
You're the telephone man.
I'm the telephone man.
So does Paul and Corey, do they have like telephone issues?
Yeah, they do. It's actually funny. They have a lot of issues, a lot more than the telephone. But so the telephone man comes in and he sees what's going on. It's a really short little exchange between them, but it's very funny. The whole play is very funny. So everyone should come out and watch it.
Oh, the
because
telephone
it's just,
man's the philosopher. Yeah.
But all the characters in it are written very well, and it's a lot of fun to do. And if you've never seen a play down there, it's really interesting because you're very close to the audience. It's a very extremely
Very intimate.
Very.
theater where, the actors are just a couple feet in front of you.
Yeah, you can hear everybody sniffling.
Right.
Yeah, it's close
But it's
quarters.
a lot of fun. It's really fun to watch it like that because it almost looks like we're going to walk out and
Yeah. And this is a really unique cast in that this is Joe's first show here. It's my first show here. And Dakota Vicken, who plays Paul, it's his first show. He's just moved to town. He's become an occupational therapist at the hospital and doing a wonderful job. But those that have been to the ACT before, they'll recognize Bridget Owens. She's in this. And Bridget and I play Victor Velasco. She plays Mother. And we have quite a few interactions. And what I'm finding the most enjoyable part of doing this is we just can't stop laughing. Bridget is a character, and listening to her laugh is worth it every night.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been tearing each other up for a few.
I imagine that this stage in the rehearsals, that you got your lines down. Now you're just like...
Pretty much now we're having a really good time.
Yeah, all the heavy lifting is with Dakota, and Jordan Price plays Corey. They have the heavy lifting. We're just having fun. Yeah.
So the show is being directed by, co-directed by Rocky Shutter and Sharon Larkin, right?
Correct, yeah.
And they've been having you guys come like almost every night, really?
They're taskmasters.
Aren't they?
My gosh. Yeah.
They're a lot of fun too, though. They
I haven't
really
found
a
that
lot
part
of
yet.
good,
They obviously treat Joe
they have a lot of good ideas and stuff. No, it's just that they bring a lot to the show and
a lot of experience they have, sure.
They keep us on our toes and.
I definitely think out of the opportunities I've had in the past, this is probably going to be the most fun I've had doing a show.
Oh yeah, nothing beats being in that theater and then opening night and then Thursday night, the first night, it's like you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
It's the first good show, So, and like you said, it's a small theater, so.
It's a small theater, but
when they're laughing, they're laughing. When they're not, they're not.
And it's a good show for it's a good show for the family too. You could bring almost anybody to it.
It's a typical Neil Simon show where it's got a great story arc.
Yeah. So the Neil Simon, it was written in the '60s, right? Is it staged now in present day or is it dated?
Nope. No, we still go back to the '60s.
Okay. So it's a time. It's a period piece.
So the telephone has a cord.
Right. Oh, right.
Right. So
we had to explain to Jordan what that was because she hadn't seen one of those.
She didn't know what the dial was.
So folks are going to be able to experience this starting the weekend of October 3rd on the Thursday. No show on Friday. Saturday, 2 shows, a 1 o'clock and a 7 o'clock. Sunday, a 1 o'clock. And then the next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with 7 p.m.s the first 2 nights and 1 p.m.
Yeah, and if you go onto the website, all the information is there.
Yeah, tickets are on sale right now for members.
Yep.
And then starting Monday of next week, they're on sale for everyone, both on the website and calling the box office.
And that's on Facebook, right?
Yes, it is.
And TomahACT.com.
Yes, Facebook, or you can even just go to a website. I think it's TomahACT.
TomahACT.
Okay, great. Well, Jerry, Joe, thanks for coming.
Thanks.
For having
we're
me.
excited to see the show. And thank you both for coming. And Up next, we're going to hear something about Bras for a Cause coming up, and our next guest will help explain it. Stay tuned.
Go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
This summer,
I'm in a car! Us too!
why go out when you can stay in and watch Pets 2 with your whole family?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first bunny with washboard ass.
Do something crazy!
Loved by audiences everywhere.
What's going on?
My owner got a new puppy.
My name's Tiny.
Nobody cares.
The Secret Life of Pets 2. Watch it now, not on Netflix streaming.
What makes Tomah Memorial unique is the quality of care that they're able to give to patients.
One of the most excellent things about the hospital is the staff. They're caring, they're understanding, and they're also part of our community.
It's very reassuring to know that you're seeing that face of somebody else that you know that's part of the community.
Many communities of our size do not have that type of facility in their environment, and we're so privileged to have that.
Tomah Memorial provides quality care for our community.
Relax at Marco's Italian and American Grill in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Josh Tully from The Josh Tully Show. You're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you to the community.
All right, welcome back. Bluff Medical Center's foundation is raising awareness and funds for a 3D mammography machine. And we have Martha Erth-Kindre, Foundation Executive Director, and Chelsea Cook, Medical Imaging Director, with us to share more. So Bluff Foundation, what can you tell me about Bras for a Cause?
Well, Bras for a Cause is kind of we wanted to do something different, something that would get people's attention, bring some attention to 3D mammography, which is what we're trying to raise funds to bring that machine to our area, to the region for our community. And even though it's relatively inexpensive for a medical imaging piece of equipment, it's around $465,000 for it. So the foundation kind of stepped up and said, we really need to support this effort with the hospital in our community, and thought we would kick it off with what we call Bras for a Cause. And it was really, it's a fun event, a fun thing to do. And what we did was we had different women in the community ask them if they'd like to enter a bra in a contest. And they decorate these bras. We currently have 44 hanging in the windows at the lobby at the medical center, and it has caused people to stop and look at them and read all the themes. They're very beautiful, very funny, some of them are kind of moving. They're by cancer survivors themselves, that they've put them in there. Some of them are done with by kids who are doing it in honor of their grandmother who survived breast cancer, things like that. So they're just outstanding specimens.
Yeah, I wish I could donate a bra for the event, but I'll have to ask someone to do so. Yeah.
It's not too late.
Well, Chelsea, what can you tell me about 3D mammography?
Well, patients are positioned the same for 2D or 3D. The difference between 3D is the X-ray arm sweeps over the breast tissue in a slight arc, and it takes multiple images. Then a computer is used to put those images together and reconstruct or give us a 3D image. When the radiologist looks at this 3D image, they're able to see or look at the breast tissue layer by layer. So that gives better detail and allows the radiologist to find cancers sooner or earlier than they ever have before.
Wow, that's incredible high-tech piece of equipment. So what is the difference between the 3D and the 2D? Can you kind of pinpoint those apart?
It's really just the fact that the X-ray arm is taking that sweeping motion over the breast tissue and taking those pictures layer by layer, whereas the 2D is just one image, and the 3D gives us multiple images layer by layer.
Yeah, that sounds like a great addition that you guys could add. So when it comes to the general public in your facility, what will benefit the community and the public the most that are
I think one of the things that'll benefit a great deal is the fact that people won't have to drive great distances in order to have this technology. And most women, 1 out of 8 women in their lifetime will develop breast cancer. So to make it a more convenient thing, to make it in their hometown where they know people and they're comfortable with it already may be a little bit intimidating. Any kind of screening like that can be intimidating. So having that right there, right close to home, is going to make a lot of difference to a lot of women.
Yeah, that sounds very, very beneficial for the community. So awesome.
It will be.
And then, so what can you tell me about the contest for Bras for a Cause?
Well, the contest itself, how it works is that for every vote is $1.
Okay.
So people come in, they look at all the bras, they decide what their favorites are, and they place their votes depending on how much money they give. And that's how the fundraising comes into it. And currently we're at about 123 votes that have rolled in so far. And the top 6 that occur will be taken to Women's Night Out and be part of the finalists for the final reveal of which bra wins. And we'll have a grand prize for that. And that'll kind of conclude it. But we're going to bring all of the bras with us because they're just so wonderful. People put so much effort into this. They're gorgeous. They're funny. Like I said, it's just, I want to take every opportunity to display them and let people share in seeing this artistic creations that people have come up with.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So, it's very, very good.
Well, we have about 1 minute left. What more can you tell us about this event, or what other events you have going on in regards to this cause and this wonderful thing for this piece of machinery coming in?
Well, by coincidence, October 3rd is Women's Night Out, and it's a all-evening event for women. The big thing is getting women together, getting them familiar with resources that we have in the area. We have exhibitors, we have a keynote speaker who is a best-selling author, and it's just a wonderful event to get away and be with other women and just enjoy yourself.
And who is the keynote speaker that you guys have coming in for this event?
Well, she is actually from Tennessee, and she is, like I said, she is a blogger. She does a mom blog kind of a thing, and she wrote The Fringe Hours, which talks about how to make the most out of those little pockets of time that you have and how we have to take care of ourselves. And her name is Jessica Turner.
Awesome. Well, Bras for a Cause, I want to thank both of you ladies for coming out tonight to talk about this extraordinary and awesome cause that'll help out the community. So thank you guys very much.
Thanks for having us.
All right, and Bras for Cause, Joe's Movie Minute is coming up next.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
Details. Do your guests see the details? The picture boxes, a gallery wall, showcase fabric pillows, unique candle holders, and scented wax warmers. The details you love, the details that bring the room together. Find your details at the Little Cottage Home Decor and more in New Lisbon.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, do you have something that will cut a perfect hole?
I sure do. Right here. Hi, can I help you?
Do you have something that kills weeds and not the grass?
We sure do. Roundup. Hey there.
Hi, do you have a saw that saws everything?
Sure do. Right here.
You got a lot more going for you with Hank Hardware Hank.
You get 3 wishes. They must begin with rubbing the lamp and saying, I wish. Got it?
Think so?
Watch this.
Mr. Aladdin, yes, 1 wish or 2 or 3.
I can't make anybody love anybody or bring anybody back from the dead.
Never had a friend like.
And the crowd goes wild.
Disney's Aladdin.
How does it work?
The whole song was the instructions.
Rated PG. Now available on demand.
You're watching LYNXX 24.
Connecting you to the community.
Now it's time for the Mini Movie Minute. Well, movie experiences have changed dramatically these past few years with the advent of Netflix and their Netflix original movies and shows. So I thought I would share some of my thoughts regarding some of the new releases coming out in October and maybe a few of the classics too. First, I loved him in The Game, Traffic, The Ghost in the Darkness, and Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. Michael Douglas has a Netflix original series with season 2 coming out in October. And the series is called The Kominsky Method. Now, Michael Douglas plays an actor. It's pretty much big a stretch for him, but he made it big a long time ago, and now he's an acting coach, and his studio's named after himself, The Kominsky Method. His best friend and agent loses his wife to cancer, which leaves both of them questioning their existence as they struggle through choices and relationships, old and new. I've watched a little bit of the show already, and it's like, even in the first 10 minutes, you're immediately watching that stuff. So it's a great show. I highly recommend that. And then Eddie Murphy has a new Netflix original movie as well with a comedy, Dolomite Is My Name. Now, Eddie Murphy portrays a real-life legend, Rudy Ray Moore, a comedy and rap pioneer who proved naysayers wrong with his hilarious, obscene, kung fu fighting alter ego, Dolomite. The film became a 1970s blaxploitation phenomenon, and if you're familiar with those movies, it was a hoot, and I'm sure Eddie Murphy is going to pull that off just right. Cody, do you have any favorites on Netflix?
Yeah, I really like watching The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher. Farm setting, it's, reminds me of home. So.
And Sam Elliott's in that too, right?
Yep.
And yeah, I heard it's a good one. I haven't caught that one yet, but Ashton Kutcher is an Iowan, so anything with him in it's got to be good, right?
Yeah.
So what other shows have you been watching? Do you watch Netflix for hunting?
Yeah, there's a TV show called Meat Eater. I love to cook, so I learned some recipes with the animals that I choose to harvest. And then I also like watching Longmire too, as well on Netflix as well. So.
And I understand you do fantasy football too, right?
Yeah, yep. We have not had a good season so far.
No.
I'm sure a lot of people haven't, with some big stars dropping the ball and losing some points there. So.
No, week 3 starts tonight, and it's interesting because. I don't get too often to talk about football on here, but I thought I drafted really well, and it's just every week so far it's been the players that I've been picked is like, oh, well, where do they go? Because all the experts, they said that they're supposed to be good, and it's like, so I get to watch my Bears, and they're kind of hit and miss, but you know what? We have a kicker.
Yeah.
So we haven't had a single doink so far this season, and it's like, cross my fingers. But being a Bears fan is tough, especially in Packer country. I understand where I'm at, and are you a Packer fan?
Oh, big Packer fan, yeah.
Yeah. So who's your favorite player right now that they got on the team?
I like Jake Kummerow. He's from UW-Whitewater. I graduated from him, so.
Oh, you graduated at the same time with him?
Yep, same time with him. So I'm always rooting for him every time he's on the field. So.
Oh yeah, I think they need to play him a lot more, because whenever he's on the field, magic happens.
He's got hands, that's for sure.
Yeah. So it's a good time. I'm like married into a Packer family, so Sundays are kind of tough, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank our sponsors for making this program possible, and to our viewers for watching your hometown news, where we are connecting you to the community.